you might think that cannellini beans, these ones here, are a bit of a random thing to bring to lunch. And to be honest, beans are something that I never really used to use that much. And then I just started playing around with them at one stage and making kind of salads from them. And you can make really nice, like, homemade veggie burgers with chickpeas and sweet potatoes and things. You can use them in a lot of different ways, but it's very hard to know how to use them. And today I'm just going to show you how to make a really quick, really nice salad with them. This is probably quite a good one for us girls because it's all very healthy and diet conscious, but you boys don't shy away from it because it's actually really, really good. You just need to try it. Let's see. Yeah, this is what they're like. This is what they look like. You can just see them there, the little kind of white ones. And what I'm going to do with them, again, using all the same ingredients, but just mixing it up. Okay, so pop them into a bowl. If you don't have a colander in work, just get your tin, open it, and use the top of the tin to trap in the beans and then to drain off the water. Okay, so you don't necessarily need colander. Your cannellini beans are going to use some of your dressing. If you don't have this dressing, what you can use is some of the oil from your sun-dried tomatoes, because we're going to use them as well. But this is going to give it something a bit different. So about a teaspoon in there. And then we're going to use some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to use 3. Put them through. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use 4. Okay, now the flavours in this are going to be quite strong because you're using sun-dried tomatoes and chorizo, so they're quite strong flavours, but that's a good thing because it's nice to have something like that at lunchtime. Okay, basil again. About 3 or 4 leaves of basil. Tear them up. Put them through. Sun-dried tomatoes and basil are so good together. And then get your salad leaves. Okay, so just about a handful, about this size, and chop them as if you would chop the herbs the way that we've been doing before. And we're going to put that through. So all that goes into your bowl. I'm going to put in some cherry tomatoes as well. Good with your lunch to make it as substantial as possible. In with some cherry tomatoes. And then I'm also going to use some of the mozzarella that we have left over. So you've got a really tiny bit of mozzarella left. Leave out the mozzarella if you don't want it, but I quite like it in this. Okay, so just chop up your mozzarella, and that's kind of it. I've got 5 slices of chorizo already sliced and ready to go. So with this, I'm just going to get a pinch of salt. A really nice pinch of salt because beans they have good flavour, but salt just really lifts the flavour of them. Salt lifts the flavour of anything. If you get a dish and if you the same food and put them on 2 dishes, leave one unseasoned and have the other one seasoned, you will not believe the difference. It was a real kind of lesson to me in college, learning about seasoning and how important it is. And tasting, the only way you're going to learn about food is by tasting it. So as you're doing it, taste it as you go along, instead of leaving it right until the very end. I mean, I don't do a lot of tasting here, but that's because I know I kind of have a good idea of how things are going to taste. But it's a really good thing, and it trains your palate. So you get to know different flavours of different foods, and you'll begin to learn very quickly what it is to over-season something and what it is to under-season something with salt and pepper. And by the time you get that balance right, you'll never be able to have a dish that's not properly seasoned, and you'll notice it straight away. Okay, so that's your salad all mixed up really nicely, and all of a sudden you've just got this really, really colourful dish that's just banging with flavour. Okay, so that's it, ready to go. Again, what's that? 4 minutes, and I've been babbling on as well, so it should only take you about 2. Okay, so plate. If you want, by all means, of course, eat it from the bowl, but just for aesthetical purposes, I'm going to plate it all up, and so that you can see it. And this will be quite a substantial lunch as well. You might even be able to keep some of it for tomorrow if you want, or have it kind of at about 3 or 4 o'clock to give you another little boost. So that's your salad, and then just going to lay on some chorizo and mozzarella, and just lay them on alternately, and that's it. There you go. Another really quick, really gorgeous dish, something that's really different. And that's what are we on? Thursday. It's just something different every day, and you're actually going to end up looking forward to your lunch, which is really important. You should always look forward to every meal of the day. No meal should ever be, oh, what am I going to have now, or where am I going to get my lunch, and it's such a pain in the backside. And you should always look forward. Food is just so core to everything that you do. You should always look forward to whatever it is you're going to eat. So hopefully showing you how to do these lunches will encourage you to either this is something you could easily prepare at home, just 5 minutes before you leave the house, or 5 minutes when you get up in the morning, or something like this could be prepared the night before and it'll be even nicer the next day, and just bring it in. In Tesco they sell a little pack of Tupperware boxes called tubs, and you get 10 for about £3, and they're brilliant. They're so good for bringing your lunch in and for keeping stuff in the fridge, and they're for nothing and they last forever. So yeah, get some tubs and start making your lunch. Enjoy.